Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Daily Fantasy Digest Podcast, the all-inclusive podcast where we talk all things fantasy sports to help give you an edge. We are back here today, breaking down this Thursday 8-game slate. Before we get into that, let's do a quick recap of yesterday. Absolutely crushed it. Kershaw and Gonzalez. Kershaw pitched 10 Ks, no earned, through 7 innings. Gonzalez put up quite a game as well with some strikeouts. Seattle bats came through. Vogelbach went yard, who was part of the breakdown. And Pirates put up a few runs as well, which was quite the sight to see. Seattle didn't put up as many runs as we thought. J.P. Crawford and Vogelbach did homer though, which was nice. Mentioned some Dodgers as well. Matt Beatty being in there, who didn't do too much, but the Dodgers as well, like I mentioned, the stack. Did very well, so I had some exposure to them in some lineups as well. So overall, a great day for the breakdown. So looking to bring that into today. We have a very interesting slate here today. No pitches above 10K. I really want to capitalize on some low-tier pitchers as well. So let's jump into this. I think Sonny Gray is the top pitcher today. Can't go wrong with Gray. I think he's in a great spot at home. He's been pitching incredible at home this season. So I really think that his elevated K upside is really going to be pronounced against the St. Louis Cardinals. And then on the other side, a little bit down low, I like Aaron Sanchez. It's very hard to pick a decent pitcher here today, but Aaron Sanchez in his outings with Houston so far this season has pitched very well. And 3 of his games have been in away stadiums, even in Camden Yards in a very pitcher-friendly stadium, as well as Toronto. He's traveling to Oakland, who's having some trouble scoring some runs lately. So I really think Aaron Sanchez is in a great spot to kind of dominate against Oakland here today. Now, there's a few spots that I really want to target here today. I really want to target the Minnesota Twins. I think going up against Payano in Texas is a great spot. So I really want Max Kepler in the lineup, as well as a low-tier CJ Cron, who will be in the lineup. And I like to throw in Marwin Gonzalez as well. These are like the 3 guys I like. I could deal without CJ Cron, but I'm really trying to move away from the standard three per team because there's a lot of different spots on a lot of slates that I like. On the flip side, I do like Texas players as well going up against Smeltzer. The guy that I like the most is Elvis Andrus, who's really low priced compared to everybody else on the squad. He has incredible stolen base upside, as we see from tonight's game. Put up a 28 spot with 2 stolen bases. Really like Elvis Andrus tomorrow. Now, in my other stack that I really do like is the Arizona Diamondbacks going up against Derek Rodriguez, and the Diamondbacks are not priced appropriately, which is quite shocking to me. I think Ketel Marte is in a great spot, particularly in this matchup, as well as David Peralta. I think these guys bring a lot of upside, hitting from the opposite side of the plate. I think you can really look for these guys to capitalize and kind of put up a very good fight against Derek Rodriguez. I think Arizona and then the Twins game are just great games overall to really stack. It seems that the over-under for Minnesota and Texas is currently at 11. So they're expecting this game to be a high-scoring game because there's definitely a few players that you can capitalize on. Hunter Pence has been lighting it up recently. I think this is a great spot for him as well if you can fit him in. If we put Hunter Pence in and a low-tier catcher here tomorrow, such as Jeff Mathis, you'd be left with 4K for a first baseman. I really think that getting 2 from these teams is really going to provide a viable stack. So with that being said, I'm going to leave 1 spot open. I think 1 spot open should be enough. I think that the Twins are definitely the top stack for me tomorrow going up against Payano. But there's a lot of good stacks here, and I think you can fit in a lot of good players. So for pitching, I'm going to go with Sonny Gray and Aaron Sanchez. I'm going to do 2 from Arizona, 2 from Texas, 3 from Texas. It doesn't have to be 3 from Texas. It can be any low-tier catcher. So I'm going to say 2 from Texas and 2 from Minnesota. Minnesota, for me, is the top stack. I think that they're in a great spot here. I love Ketel Marte, Marwin Gonzalez, Elvis Andrus, Max Kepler, David Peralta from the left side of the plate, who is 4K. And he's hit a homer in the past 2 games. And then Hunter Pence here as well, who's a low tier 4,800. But for me, since Minnesota's going to be my top stack, Max Kepler's going to be the dinger of the day call and thumbnail of this video. I think the Twins are in a great spot tomorrow. I think Max Kepler's in the best spot, to be honest. He usually hits in the 3 spot of the lineup, so I really think this is a great spot for Max Kepler to really capitalize and provide some fantasy points and hit a homer for us, which would be absolutely incredible because yesterday we did capitalize on a dinger of the day call, Dan Vogelbach, who went yard as well, which is really, really nice to see. So with that being said, this is what my lineup's going to look like come lock tomorrow. Hope you guys are enjoying these breakdowns. If you could hit the like button and the subscribe button, it really helps out with all the videos. Head on over to Twitter, follow us at FantasyDigest_. Check out the pinned tweet as well, the other tweets we've been tweeting out about the apparel drop that we just dropped. The website will be going live tomorrow, which is today when you're reading this or listening to this. You'll be able to go ahead and grab some merch, some really incredible goofy designs we came up with here, a couple for baseball, and then we're going to be rolling out some football ones here soon, so stay tuned for that. Really think everybody's going to enjoy. Hope you all snack some merch. It would be really appreciated if you wouldn't. Just check it out and see if you like it or not. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this breakdown here. Hope everybody wins some money and won some money yesterday with the great breakdown that we broke down yesterday. So with that being said, hope everyone wins some money. Good luck. We'll see you on Friday for another breakdown here on the Daily Fantasy Digest podcast.